Favorite quote is by Robert Frost. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Sophomore maid, Imani Montgomery. All right, sophomore maid is Mackenzie Ingram. Mackenzie is the daughter of Latoya Floyd and Marty Ingram. Mackenzie is being escorted tonight by Marty Ingram. In her spare time, she likes to dance and listen to music or mess with her brothers for fun. Mackenzie says her favorite teacher is Mrs. Fulton because Mrs. Fulton is a very kind and very respectful, and she loves to have fun with her students. Mackenzie looks up to Beyonce because she says, Beyonce is the most talented woman and best entertainer alive. Mackenzie says Beyonce has been her role model since she was very, very young. And her favorite quote is by Elias. I want people to remember me as a full-on entertainer and a good person. Sophomore maid, Mackenzie Ingram. And our final sophomore maid is Deshanti Spearman. Deshanti is the daughter of Ashley Johnson and Daryl Spearman. She's being escorted tonight by Daryl Spearman. She is a member of the North Little Rock High School varsity dance team and student council. And in her spare time, she likes to listen to music and write poetry. Her favorite class is English because they get to explore new aspects of writing and reading. Deshanti says her favorite teacher is Mrs. Courtney Taylor because she is absolutely down to earth. Deshanti says her role models are Ashley and Ashley Johnson because they all keep her going and inspire her to the fullest. Her favorite quote is by Gandhi. Live as you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Sophomore maid, Deshanti Spearman. Fans, another big round of applause for the sophomore maids and their amazing escorts. Now we move on to our junior maids. Our first junior maid is Diamond Brown. Diamond is the daughter of Vanessa Howard and Edward Brown. Diamond is being escorted by Edward Brown. She is a member of the North Little Rock High School varsity cheer, student council, and data club. In her free time, she likes to shop, hang out with friends, and take selfies. Her favorite class is TV2 because she says she's always learning something new.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's turn that down a little bit. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. This is a test 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Kimmy, you want to give me a test 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, buddy?
Testing 1 2 3 4 5.
Let me turn you up a little bit. Now give us test, Kimmy.
Testing 1 2 3.
One more time.
Testing 3 2 1. Okay. Testing 1 2 3.
Okay, coming back to you, Travis.
And our next junior maid is Lily Douglas. Lily is the daughter of Chris and Kim Douglas. Lily is being escorted tonight by Chris Douglas. Lily is a local high school softball player, a member of the Leadership Renaissance, Student Council, Beta Club, and Stars. In her free time, Lily says she's always working to improve her softball skills. And when she's not busy playing softball, she loves hanging out with her family and friends. Lily says her favorite class is Stars because she loves being a positive role model for young kids. And she loves knowing that she's leaving a lasting impression on the future kids of North Little Rock. Her favorite quote is, kindness is a language the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Her role model is her mom, because Lily says she is the most beautiful woman inside and out. Her passion and drive for teaching is indescribable. She has touched the lives of so many and still remains so humble. Lily says she hopes to be half the woman she is one day. Junior maid, Lily Douglas. Our next junior maid is Imani Jackson. Imani is the daughter of Mario Carter and Roderick Jackson. Imani is being escorted tonight by Roderick Jackson. Imani is a North Little Rock High School volleyball player and an Arkansas scholar and member of Stars. Her favorite class is Stars because she says the kids and her classmates brighten her day. Amani says her favorite teacher is Mr. Halls because he makes science easier to understand and he is very supportive and gives great advice. Her role model is her mother because Mom always makes a way for things to happen. Amani says her favorite quote is, if it doesn't open, it's not your door. Junior maid, Imani Jackson. And our next junior maid is Maya McIntyre. Maya is the niece of Lisa Williams and the granddaughter of Carla Gilchrist. Maya is being escorted tonight by Bobby Steele. Maya is an Orthodox high school volleyball player, and in her spare time, she likes to play volleyball, eat, and hang out with friends. My favorite class, she says, is Mrs. Ballard's history class, because Mrs. Ballard is so funny and the class is small. Maya says her role model is her aunt, because she is truly someone special. She has been a blessing throughout Maya's life, raising her to be a strong and independent woman. Maya says she would be nothing without her aunt. And her favorite quote is, true confidence leaves no room for jealousy. When you know you are great, you have no need to hurt. Junior maid, Maya McIntyre. Our next junior maid is Jasmine O'Neill. Jasmine is the daughter of Shanna and Michael O'Neill. Jasmine is being escorted tonight by Michael O'Neill. She is a Northwood High School basketball player and a member of journalism. In fact, journalism is her favorite class because of her favorite teacher, Mrs. Krebs. Jasmine appreciates Mrs. Krebs because she is fun, honest, and works extremely hard to make sure her students succeed. Jasmine says her role model is her mother because she always works hard to help her do what's right in life. Jasmine's favorite quote is from the Bible. She's clothed in strength and dignity and can laugh without fear of the future. It's Proverbs 31:25. Junior maid, Jasmine O'Neill. And our final junior maid is Elena Witonsky. Elena is the daughter of Alicia Donovan and Jeff Witonsky. Elena is being escorted tonight by Jeff Witonsky. She's an Arkansas scholar and an IB diploma student. In her spare time, she likes to paint, watch Netflix, and hang out with her friends. Her favorite class is anatomy and physiology because her future is in the medical field, so she wants to make sure that she learns as much as she possibly can. Elena's favorite teacher is Mrs. Henson because she pushes Elena to do better, even if her work was already good enough. Elena says her role model is her mother because no matter what she's ever done, she's always stayed by Elena's side and supported her to be the best, always be the best she can be. Elena's favorite quote is by Dennis Kimber. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. Junior maid, Elena Witonsky. Fans, let's hear it again for the junior maids and their wonderful escort. And finally, we have our senior maids. Our first senior maid is Sarah Douglas. Sarah is the daughter of Robin and Trevor Douglas. Sarah is being escorted tonight by Trevor Douglas. She is a Norfolk High School tennis player and a member of Mu Alpha Theta, Student Council, Beta Quad, and TV3. Sarah says her favorite class is TV3 because she loves learning new things about technology and video, and also because Mr. Sella is a great teacher. She also considers Mrs. Rogers and Miss Taylor her favorite teachers because she says they show her the qualities of what it is to be a good leader. Sarah's role model is her mom because she has always known everything and teaches Sarah how to be an independent woman and how to big heart for others. And after high school, Sarah plans to attend University of Central Arkansas to become a neonatal nurse. Senior maid, Sarah Douglas. Our next senior maid is Mahogany Ford. Mahogany is the daughter of Shalonda and Linwood Ford. Mahogany is being escorted tonight by Linwood Ford. She is a member of the North Little Rock High School yearbook staff, Beta Club, and National Honor Society. Journalism is her favorite class because she has developed a passion for editing, writing, and taking photos. Her favorite teachers at North Little Rock have always been Miss Krebs, Miss Bryant, Miss Billings, and Mr. Lewis, because they are all great teachers, and they know how to let kids be kids. Mahogany says her favorite quote is, "Yesterday is not ours to recover, but tomorrow is ours to win and lose." Mahogany has life at the North Little Rock High School all planned out. She says that she will attend either the University of Arkansas Fayetteville or Arkansas State University to pursue her master's in nursing, ace the practitioner exam, and open her own family practitioner nurse practice. Senior maid, Mahogany Ford. Our next senior maid is Dana Lattimore. Dana is the daughter of Dimitri Hughes and the late Michael Lattimore.
When they're at this end of the field, I'm going to have to, on a break, if say when they go inside the 50 that way, I'm going to have to bring the camera over this way. Now watch this when I turn it over here. 20, 10.
The favorite class is student council. She says the sponsors, Ms. Taylor and Ms.
So
Rogers, are very fun to be around.
I'm going to have
It's
to
great to be able to make decisions for the student body. Dana says her favorite teacher is Ms. Valentine because not only does she make her class enjoyable,
let me look at it. 20, 10. I can get most of it, can I?
Because he taught her to have self-love.
So what I'll do is
he also reminded her how great she is.
go right here.
After college, Dana plans to.
But if I was way over here where this is, see where I had it set at first? Let's see how far I can go. That way. I can go to the 40, I can go to the 30, I can go to the 20. Then I'll have to slide it over when I get about the 20, won't I? And I can do that real easy, I think. Watch this.
Is being escorted tonight by Michael Fass. She is a member of the North Little Rock High School band and JR.
Did I move it hardly?
In her spare time,
I didn't hardly move it, did I? Now watch this.
Her favorite class is Jag because she says Mrs. Bowler is an amazing teacher and Trinity looks forward to hearing her talk every day.
Now,
Trinity's favorite teacher is
watch this. At one time, I'm going to move the camera. I'm going to move this camera and the tripod at the same time, and it shouldn't be a very much difference. Now watch.
Her mother and grandmother are her role models because they have been her protectors, her inspirations, and her biggest supporters.
What do you think?
Trinity's favorite quote is,
You think I can get coordinated tonight with that?
Live life to express, not to impress.
I doubt that. If I was.
Just make your absence fast. After graduation, Trinity plans to continue her education on the path to achieve her dreams to becoming a pediatrician. Senior maid, Trinity Travis. Senior maid, Kayla Williams is next. Kayla is the daughter of Linda and Robert Williams, and she's being escorted tonight by Nathaniel Burnett. Kayla is a member of Student Council, Mu Alpha Theta, and STARS. She says her favorite class is STARS because I love my little friends, she says. She loves being able to be a role model for younger kids. Her favorite teachers are Mrs. Rogers, Ms. Taylor, and Mrs. Fletcher, because she says they are all cool and laid back. Kayla says her role model is her mother because she is strong, dedicated, a hard worker, and does whatever it takes to make sure the family is good. Kayla says her favorite quote is, "It's not the load you carry that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it." And after graduation,
this is CSN, the Creative Sports Network, coming up on Little Rock Catholic Rockets football at North Little Rock at Charging Wildcat Stadium. And we're going to be coming your way in about 5 minutes from airtime.
And last and certainly not least, we are pleased to introduce to you our 2017-2018 North Little Rock High School homecoming queen, Savannah Melton. Savannah is the daughter of Van and Kristen Melton. Savannah is being escorted tonight by Van Melton. Savannah is a North Little Rock football player, track, and soccer player. She is a member of Student Council, Beta Club, and the Mayor's Youth Council. Her favorite class is athletics because of the coaches and her teammates. Savannah says her role model is her mom because she inspires Savannah to be the best person she can be. Savannah's favorite quote is, "Fight on for the North Little Rock football team." After graduation, Savannah plans to go to college to play sports, major in criminal justice. Savannah will now hand the game ball over to North Little Rock High School principal, Mr. Scott Jennings. Fans, let's hear it again for Queen Savannah Melton and her homecoming court. Fans, we thank you so much. That concludes our homecoming festivities. Thank you so much for coming tonight.
Once again, we welcome you to Charging Wildcat Stadium on the campus of Little Rock High School. And tonight's high school football game between the Little Rock Catholic Rockets and the Little Rock Charging Wildcats. At this time, we ask you please stand for the playing of the Catholic alma mater. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the JROCC to be followed by our national anthem. Please remain standing until the colors have left the field. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. While the colors are being presented, we will have the North Little Rock alma mater. the Honorable and Cadet Captain Shango Cobell. Our national anthem.
A presentation of CSN, the Creative Sports Network, presents Little Rock Catholic Rockets football, as tonight the Little Rock Catholic Rockets across town, across the river, on the campus of North Little Rock High School here at Charging Wildcat Stadium. A very pleasant good evening, everyone. Mike Harris along with Kimmy Cleveland. And Kimmy, North Little Rock ranked number 2 in the state of Arkansas in the latest CSN Top 20 poll, taking on the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. What does the Rockets have to do to win this game tonight?
The Rockets need to control that ball. Make sure they can prevent the turnovers. Make sure they stay with the game description. They should be okay, but it's going to be a tough ball game.
All right, it's the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats coming this game tonight undefeated, as they come in this game with a record of 6-0, while the Little Rock Catholic Rockets come in at 3-3 on the season. It's a 7A Central Conference matchup between the Little Rock Catholic Rockets and the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, and we'll be back with more in our pregame show in just a moment on the CSN Sports Network.
Colton's Steakhouse and Grill. Check out our special lunch menu with lots of entrees, like tender sirloin steak and more, priced to fit any budget. Plus, a variety of fresh salads, juicy burgers, and tasty sandwiches. And as always, there's our fresh homemade yeast rolls. And of course, the endless peanuts. And if you gotta get back to work, we'll get you in and out. Now, you have lunch plans.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
What keeps people coming back to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? It has to be our famous choice hand-cut steaks, mesquite grilled with JT Colton's special seasoning, or our homemade yeast rolls. Everyone has their favorite at Colton's, from steaks to chicken or seafood or burgers and sandwiches, and fresh salads. It could be our endless peanuts. Or maybe it's just a fun place to hang out with friends and family for lunch or dinner.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
And we're back here at War Memorial. Actually, we're back here at North Little Rock Charging Wildcat Stadium. We're kind of used to doing the Little Rock Catholic Rockets at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. So we're getting ready to have the coin toss for this game here momentarily. So let's give you the captains here tonight for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. For the Little Rock Catholic Rockets, the captains tonight, number 7, Jake James, a quarterback. Also number 14, Thomas Fitz, wide receiver for the Rockets. The other 2 captains for the Rockets is number 42, the kicker, and Chris Elser. And the fourth captain that'll be going out there tonight for the coin toss for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets will be number 75 in Jarvis Gully, a 6'1", 330-pound senior. Now the captains for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, we'll give you their captains now, as they'll have three captains out there, and the captains out there for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats is number 39 in Savannah Melton. She's a female kicker for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Also number 98, Clay Thompson, and also number 96, and Nick Burks. Let's go out to the middle of the field for the coin toss of this game as the officials are out there introducing themselves on the field to the audience here as the captains are being introduced on the field right now. Three captains for North Little Rock and four captains for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Beautiful night for football here tonight at North Little Rock Charging Wildcat Stadium. Glad you tuned into the broadcast here tonight here on CSN. Should be a good one tonight between these two teams. And the referee is pointing over to North Little Rock, and it's going to be deferred. So Catholic has won the toss defers to the second half, and we're getting ready to have the kickoff for this game here tonight. We'll take this break and be back with the opening kickoff in just a moment on the CSN Sports Network.
City Farmers Co-op in Conway. We're located at 695 Exchange Avenue. Well, Purina has always been a big name for feed for a long, long time. And we all grew up with Purina feeds, and that's one thing that we feature here at the Associated Farmers Co-op in Conway. We've got everything from horses and cows to pigs and chickens and everything in between, including pets around the home. So we would appreciate you coming by and checking out our big selection of feeds. We also have a lot of supplies to use around the farm and home. We'd like you to remember that we're located at 695 Exchange Avenue in the Conway Industrial Park, and hope that you'll come by and see us. Our phone number is 329-2971, and remember, Purina is the best feed for your animals.
The Little Rock Catholic Rockets enter the stadium here at Charging Wildcat Stadium, as the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats will be coming up next as the Little Rock Catholic Rockets come in this game with a record of 3 wins and 3 losses on the year. As we said, a pleasant night for football. Kimmy, great conditions for this game tonight.
Perfect weather. Not too hot, not too cold. I think both of the teams look forward to playing each other. So we're going to see what's going to happen. Very good weather. Good football weather.
What do you expect from both teams before we get it kicked off tonight?
They're going to get a feel from each other before they probably do anything drastic. I try to go deep in the field. I think they're going to try to run behind the pass and be satisfied with the 5 or 10 yards.
We're waiting for the entrance of the number 2 ranked team in the state of Arkansas in the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. They'll be entering the stadium here momentarily here at North Little Rock Charging Wildcat Stadium. This is only the 3rd year in existence of this beautiful stadium. What a structure it is.
It's a beautiful stadium. Well planned out, a whole lot of good things taking place. I like it.
And here is the Little Rock Catholic Rockets on the far side of the field. We're just about ready to get this game underway here tonight. And to our right, the entrance of the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Here comes the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats out on the field. Let's listen. we're just about set to get this kickoff underway here tonight at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas. The North Little Rock Charging Wildcats and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. North Little Rock undefeated on the year with a record of 6-0. Before we have the kickoff, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is CSN, the Creative Sports Network. The Little Rock Catholic Rockets will kick off as Christopher Elser teeing up the football at the 40-yard line. The Rockets defer to the second half. They'll get the football to start the third quarter, and Elser getting ready to kick it off for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Back deep for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats at the goal line is number 12 and Aaron Cooney. As Cooney has pretty good speed. Christopher Elser getting ready to tee up the football for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Here comes a kickoff away, and it will come down, and it will come down, and it will go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, so the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats will get the football to get this game underway as North Little Rock, number 2 in the state of Arkansas in the latest CSN Top 20 poll this week. So North Little Rock comes up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the shotgun is their quarterback. Quarterback going back in the pocket, out in the shotgun, man in motion. Here the ball handed off and across the 25, across the 25-yard line to the 26-yard line. That'll be a pickup.
Okay.
Yeah. About at the 26-yard line. Pickup of 6 yards on the play carrying that football that time for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats was the running back in Kevin Wallace. Wallace gets to the 26. So this will bring up a 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4 coming up at the 26-yard line. Quarterback under center, man in motion now, turning around, the ball is handed off, goes to the running back, and it goes up to the 30, up to the 35-yard line. Carrying the football that time for the Charging Wildcats of North Little Rock was Brandon Thomas, the sophomore, and it's up at the 35. That's a 1st down for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, and the Charging Wildcats with the 1st down at the 35. Now here the quarterback throwing a pass on the slant pattern. It's caught at the 40, out across the 45 to the 48-yard line. And that's a good catch over there by the receiver in Aaron Cooney, who has great speed. We talked about him on the kickoff, 6 feet, 180, the senior.
Good hand, nice route, nice pass quarterback.
At the 48-yard line, 1st and 10 now for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats at the 48-yard line, left hash mark of the field. Here's a quarterback under center. The ball handed off to Cooney. Cooney goes to the left side, and he will take it across midfield into Little Rock Catholic territory down to about the 48-yard line, where it'll bring up a 2nd down now, and that's going to be a pickup of about 4 yards on the play. So 2nd down coming for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats is Kimmy. They are moving the football here early.
And that was a nice toss sweep, nice 5 yards. No, stay consistent. That's progress going to take place.
The football at the 48-yard line. There was a pickup of 4, 2nd and 6. Under center is the quarterback, man in motion, turning around. The ball is handed off now. Straight up the middle, 45, 40, 35, and down to the 32-yard line. Another great run that time by Cooney, and it's a 1st down for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats.
They went from the toss sweep to the dive, and they came up about 20 yards on the run. Nice run.
So at the 32-yard line, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. We have exactly 10 minutes left to go here in this first quarter play. Out of the shotgun is a quarterback for the Charging Wildcats. Here's a man in motion. Now here's a pass to the left side. It's caught, and caught at about the 35 to the 30. and down to the 25-yard line. Making that catch over there for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats was the receiver, and making that catch over there was Oscar Attaway, and he is only a junior, and he takes it down to about the 26-yard line, pickup of 6. That'll bring up a second down now, second down coming. Out of the shotgun is the quarterback for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats in David Chappell, and they go forward inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. And Cooney carried the football that time inside the 25 down to the 23. So this will bring up a third down and 1 after a pickup of 5 yards on the play. So 3rd and 1 coming up. Chappell, the quarterback, hands the ball off to Cooney, goes over left tackle, picks up the first down inside the 20, and he takes it down to about the 15-yard line. No, it's going to be at the 16-yard line. Cooney with a good read over there on the left side of that defense by Catholic, down to the Catholic 16, and it will be first down and 10 for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats at the Catholic 16-yard line. Here's Chappell, handing the ball off inside the 15, down about the 14-yard line. Pickup of only 2 yards on the play. Pickup of 2 by Attaway in there to making the tackle on the play for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. On defense was Nick Gonzalez along with Thomas Fitz, 2 outstanding defenders this year for the Rockets. So the football is down at the 14. Pickup of 2, second down and 8 at the Catholic 14-yard line. Under center, Chappell looks over the Catholic defense, turns around and hands it off, and we have a whistle. And we're going to have a flag on the field. And it was thrown right there at the line of scrimmage. Did you catch what that was, Kimmy?
Illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure against the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. That will bring it back to the 19-yard line. That's the first penalty of the game, and the first against North Little Rock. 1 penalty for 5 yards, and the football is at the 19-yard line. It will be second down coming, second down, and it'll be second and 13 at the 14-yard line. Chappell in the shotgun now for North Little Rock. Here's a snap back to Chappell. Chappell throws it right side, and it's caught at the 10, and he's out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. So that'll be a first down and about the 5-yard line for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats.
I tell you, they're running everything from the dive to the wing tee to the swing. They're showing a multiple of offense, and I tell you what, it's on the 6-yard line.
I think it's G.
So the football is going to be resting at about the 7-yard line. First and goal inside the 5, down to the 4, down to the 3, down to the 2, down to the 1. Touchdown for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Touchdown for the Charging Wildcats, and scoring on the play for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats on the play was Drew Martin. As Martin took it in, rushing quarterback, he took it in from 7, and that makes the score 6-0 in favor of the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, and they score first with 7:17 left to go here in this first quarter play.
I tell you, they're just consistent running the play. Be satisfied with the 5 or 6 yards and keep moving. Nice speed.
Here's a place down, and the kick is up, and the extra point is good by the kicker for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, and kicking it through was one of the captains before tonight's game, and she is a great kicker for North Little Rock in Savannah Melton, the 5'11", 160-pound senior kicker.
Both schools got an extremely good kicker.
Timeout on the field. 7:17 left in the first quarter. Let's pause with our score from Charging Wildcat Stadium in North Little Rock. It's North Little Rock 7 and Little Rock Catholic nothing. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
I played for the Little Jack Rabbits from the year 1990 to 93. I love Lion Drugstore. They're the best drugstore on this side of Mississippi.
My name is Shannon, and I come in Lions Drugstore every week or two picking up medicine for myself and my special needs daughter. We have everybody here. They're very accommodating. They'll drop medicine off at my house if I need them to.
Hi, my name is Rose Sullivan. Roanoke is my hometown. I shop here at Lions all the time, and I enjoy their friendly service. Y'all come and see them.
Here's a kickoff, and Sammy Johnson gets it at about the 10-yard line. Right side, breaks a couple of tackles and takes it all the way up, scoots it to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Rockets 1st and 10. Excellent field position. Right hash mark of the field. It's snapped back to James, the quarterback. Hands the ball off. Twisting and turning, going to the outside at the 40, up to the 43-yard line. And that will be a pickup. 3 yards on the play for Sammy who? Sammy Johnson picks up 3 on the play.
Sammy's still running hard, from last week, so just keep on running hard.
Rockets with a pickup of 3. It's going to be 2nd down now coming. Snap back now to James. Swings it out to the right side. It's caught the 40, the 45, and up to nearly midfield. Making that catch over there on the right side for the Rockets. And that was Sammy Johnson releasing out of the backfield, set up on the right side. He was a safety valve over there, and he made the catch. Took it up to the 48 for a pickup of 5 yards on the play. And this will bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Rockets at their own 48-yard line. 3rd and 2 for the Rockets at their own 48. Right hash mark of the field. And here's a ball handed off to the running back and pushed back at the 46-yard line. No gain on the play. So there was no gain on the play that time, and getting off the pile for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets, Luke Shabelneck, the running back, the senior 5'9", 195. He is hit and loses a yard on the play, and this will bring up a 4th down. And Chris Elser will have to go back in punt formation, as Elser will go back at about his own 35-yard line. He will be punting. Here comes the kick by Elser, and it will come down. It'll be a short kick off the side of the foot, inside the 40, the 35, and it will roll dead at the 35-yard line. Elser, uncharacteristically, a short kick. He usually really booms them down the field on his punts.
Yeah, I think he was concentrating. He'll make up for it. He's an extremely good kicker. That happens to most of them. Most good kickers.
That's a 17-yard punt, Kimmy.
Yep. I don't think it's going to happen again.
5:18 left in the 1st quarter. North Little Rock with the football. Under center is the quarterback, Chappell. Pitches it to the right side across the 35, the 40, the 45, picking up a 1st down, and all the way out to the 49-yard line. Carrying the football that time was Attaway for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats at the 48. That'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. 1st down for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. So a 1st down for North Little Rock. They come up to the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. North Little Rock leads in this game by a score of 7-0. Under center is Chappell, hands the ball off. Breaking a tackle up the middle, across the 40, 35, the 30, and down to about the 27-yard line. Another outstanding run. This time, this run is by the outstanding man we told you about earlier in this game. And that is Brandon Thomas with that big 1st down to the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 27-yard line. So it's at the 27. And it's a 1st down for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Here's the ball handed off and going down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. And this will bring up a 2nd down now coming. It's picking up over there on the left side was Dennis Montgomery. So this will bring up a 1st down now for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. 1st and 10. Now Here go with the football inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So it'll only be a pickup of 1 yard on the play. As the quarterback had a lot to do with that time, and Martin down to the 13. And there at quarterback, once again, it's David Chappell. He's gone all the way at quarterback in this game. Drew Martin, the second string quarterback, is also in there as a running back slot. Under center now is Chappell. Throws a pass to the left side. It's nearly intercepted. Nearly picked off by the Rockets. And nearly coming up with that interception over there on that right side of the defense that time was Dennis Carroll. And it's going to be incomplete. And this is going to bring up a third down now. Third down and 7 at the 13 for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Chappell, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. He has 2 men in the back of him to get it. And here is the going to the right side, inside the 10, inside the 5, down to the 4. And they will get the running back and getting the handoff and carrying that football for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats that time. Over there on that right side was Oscar Attaway, and it's down to about the 9-yard line, and this is going to bring up a 4th down and 4, and the football is at the 10-yard line. 4th and 4 is where the ball will be spotted. They're going to have a try field goal. It will be at the 17. It'll be a 27-yard field goal. The place is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So the kick is good. And it's a 27-yard field goal by the kicker for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. And she is just booming it through the uprights of Anna Melton. She kicks it through the uprights, and North Little Rock in the lead by a score of 10-0. Timeout on the field. 3:05 left in the first quarter of play with our score. It's the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats 9 and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets nothing. This is 7A High School football on the CSN Sports Network.
Played for the Little Jackrabbits from year 1990 to 93. I love Lion Drugstore. They're the best drugstore this side of Mississippi.
My name is Shannon, and I come in Line's Drugstore every week or two picking up medicine for myself and my special needs daughter. We have everybody here. They're very accommodating. They'll drop medicine off at my house if I need them to.
Hi, my name is Rose Sullivan. Roanoke is my hometown. I shop here at Lions all the time, and I enjoy their friendly service. Y'all come and see them.
Here comes a kick returned back by the Rockets to the 35, 1st and 10, and going into the line is the running back and not getting anywhere that time. 2:50 left to go here in this first quarter of play, and our score of the game is North Little Rock 9 and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets nothing. Rockets with it at their own 36-yard line. It'll be second down coming up. Second down and 10. Here is James, the quarterback. We have flags flying. We have flags on the field.
Illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure against the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. That'll be their first penalty in the game. Each team has been assessed now 1 penalty for 5 yards apiece. So that'll be a 5-yard mark off back to the 31-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 15 for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Rockets at the 31-yard line, looking to win a big conference game here tonight at Charging Wildcat Stadium in North Little Rock. Now going back is James, swings it to the right side. It's caught at the 30, 35. The 40 still on his feet, and up to the 42-yard line is the receiver, and Sammy Johnson. Johnson takes it, they're going to spot it at the 41, so he takes it a total of 10 yards on the play. And he carries it for 10, and they'll be short of a first down by about 5 yards. Well, we're going to have a flag on the field.
That was Samuel Johnson running hard, and the defensive man from Charging Wildcats grabbed the shoulder pads, kind of like a.
What was the penalty?
Penalty was a tug from the back, collar tackle.
All right, it's a pass to the right side, a hog collar tackle, illegal tackle from the back in, and that will give the assessment for the Rockets to pick up about 15 more yards on that penalty, as the Rockets have the football down at the 44-yard line of the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Rockets need to get something going here. They trail in the game by a score of 9-0. James hands the ball off and tripped up. At about the 48-yard line is the running back, and tripped up is Sammy Johnson. Johnson was tripped up on the play by the defender over there on that right side of the defense for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, and making the tackle over there for North Little Rock was Desmond Cordova, the defensive end, the 5'10", 180-pound senior.
Green. Back
to pass now, looking for the screen pass. Here the pass is deflected and nearly intercepted. Great defensive shot, shooting through there and making a great defensive pressure on the quarterback was the defender for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, and shooting through there was the quarterback rush made by Sam Taylor, the defensive tackle, 6'1", 235, a junior. And now to be fourth down, and Chris Elser will have to punt the ball away. And Elser, once again, it goes off his side of his foot. And that'll be another short punt by Elser, uncharacteristic. That's 2 now in this game by Elser in the first quarter.
There may be some strategy behind that. He don't want to control the field, so I guess he trusts he kind of won by the speed of Charger Wildcats. But still, it's end up on the 20-yard line, really 18-yard line, so it wasn't bad after all.
So at the 18-yard line, 1st and 10 for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. 1:08 left to play in the first quarter play. North Little Rock leads the Rockets by a score of 9-0. Under center now, here is Chappell. Chappell turns around, and here's Chappell throwing it long down the field, and it is incomplete down at about the 35-yard line. As it was intended for the receiver down there. He was wide open, wasn't he, Kimmy?
Yeah, it's going to be hard for him to go to lunch that week.
Holy cow.
He looked pretty, but he just didn't stretch his arms out. He just secured. He was too busy, I guess, thinking about what that 7 points would be like. Number 10, who is that?
That was intended for Deontay Montgomery. Montgomery goes incomplete. He was wide down there by himself.
Yeah.
And no man's land, by the way. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for North Little Rock. And here's the ball handed off, and going into the line is the running back. Pushed back by the defense by the Catholic Rockets. It was handed off to Attaway. Attaway didn't get anywhere. In fact, he lost a yard at the 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, bringing up a 3rd down now. 3rd down coming. 3rd and 11. Here's the quarterback, has the line set, throws a pass to the left side. It's caught down the left sideline. The 45, the 50, 45, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. What number was that, Kimmy?
17.
Making that catch was it was not Chappell, it was somebody else. He was a quarterback, threw it down the left side.
It wasn't tailback, it was number 2.
Number two made that catch down there. Aaron Griffin, the wide receiver, made that catch. And that makes the score down the game now at 15-0. Going left side and in for the score
2-point conversion.
And the 2-point conversion is successful. Timeout on the field, 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Let's pause with the score. North Little Rock 17, Little Rock Catholic nothing. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
And I thank God every day for this small town, Lone Oak. My name is Sandra Adams. I've lived here for years, and I love it. I love everything but the mosquitoes. They can keep them. But our Jackrabbits and Lions Drug Store, we gotta have you guys. We thank you for everything you do for us. If you don't know what your medication is or what it's for, all you gotta do is ask them. They got time to listen and explain things. So you go, Lions Drug and the Jackrabbits. We love y'all. But in a small town like Lone Oak, we know everybody and we love everybody. And you just walk in Lions Drug Store and you feel the concern and the love that you don't feel in a lot of pharmacies.
Here comes the kickoff back, and the Rockets will have it 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Actually, the 24-yard line is where the ball will be spotted. 1st and 10 for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. James calling the signals for the Rockets. Out of the shotgun, it's Jake James. And James will keep it. Trying to go around the right side on the quarterback keeper, and he's going to be hit on the play. Shooting through there, making the stop on the play for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats was the defender in Jermaine Hunt. And there goes the horn, signaling the end of the first quarter of this game. And at the end of 1 quarter of play, as we pause our score from Charging Wildcat Stadium in North Little Rock, our score at the end of 1 complete quarter of play. It's the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats 17 and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets nothing. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
Menu with lots of entrees like tender sirloin steak and more, priced to fit any budget. Plus a variety of fresh salads, juicy burgers, and tasty sandwiches. And as always, there's our fresh homemade yeast rolls. And of course the endless peanuts. And if you gotta get back to work, we'll get you in and out. Now you have lunch plans.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
What keeps people coming back to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? It has to be our famous choice hand-cut steaks, mesquite grilled with JT Colton's special seasoning, or our homemade yeast rolls. Everyone has their favorite at Colton's, from steaks to chicken or seafood or burgers and sandwiches, and fresh salads. It could be our endless peanuts. Or maybe it's just a fun place to hang out with friends and family for lunch or dinner.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
At the end of 1 quarter play, 17-0 in favor of the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Kimmy Cleveland, your thoughts on the first quarter?
North Little Rock dominated the first quarter, but good kicking on both ends. And in some cases, it seemed to be some difficult kicks, but yet still, they both had pretty good field position.
James goes back to pass. He's going to be hit, and he is hit on the play way back there.
They don't look like it.
And making the hit on the play was the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats defender, and that was Xavier Moore, the defensive end who shot through there. The 6'2", 250-pound senior to make the tackle on Jake James, the quarterback of the Rockets. Now we're on the left side running with the football out across the 20, close to the 25-yard line. So this will bring up a 4th down and 20 now for the Rockets. The Rockets just can't move the ball against this tough defense of North Little Rock.
Oh, they can, but they just made the minor because the linemen, if they stay with the block, they can make something happen. Not try to get it all at one time. Just be
so here is North Little Rock with the football, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line of the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Under center is Chappell. He hands the ball off straight up the middle, inside the 20, inside the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. And once again, carrying the football and scoring is Aaron Griffin, the running back, 5'9", 165, the senior. And that makes the score now 23-0 in favor of the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. And now on for the extra point will be the kicker. Waiting for the snap is the kicker in Savannah Melton. The place is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good by Savannah Melton.
She's some type of kicker. She's
unbelievable. 10 minutes, 39 seconds left to go here in this first half of play from Charging Wildcat Stadium in North Little Rock. It's North Little Rock 24, Catholic nothing. This is Catholic football on the CSN Sports Network.
Thousands of people contact General Steel each month for a pre-engineered steel building. Business owners who need office, retail, manufacturing, or storage facilities. Leaders who need churches, schools, and gymnasiums. They all want the same thing, the advantages of owning, to build quickly and save money. Quality, backed by our 50-year structural warranty. And they all want to work with a name they know, General Steel. Call us today for the building you need and save as much as half the cost and time of conventional construction.
Kimmy Cleveland, North Little Rock in this game leading 24-0 as North Little Rock getting ready to kick off to Catholic. And here comes the kick away, and it's going to come down on the far side of the field. They're down there, and then Catholic will have it around the 30-yard line, trailing in this game by a score of 24-0. Well, North Little Rock, one of the toughest teams in Central Arkansas, one of the toughest teams this year in Class 7A. Another team in Central Arkansas is tough that is leading this conference is the Bryan Hornets. And those two teams feel like they have a chance to win the state championship this year.
Maybe we can get a championship in Central Arkansas.
Out of the shotgun is Jake James. Goes back to pass. Swings its arm down the field, and it is caught inside the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown. Touchdown for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, and making that catch down there for the Charging Wildcats on the play was William Flafkin, the wide receiver, the 6', 160-pound junior, and what a pass that was thrown to Flafkin that time from Jake James, and the score is now 24-6 as the Rockets are on the scoreboard, and Chris Elser is on for the extra point. So Elser puts the tee down. Jake James will be holding. Here to place down. The kick is up, and the kick is through the uprights. It's good. So the Rockets fight song is struck up and going right now on the other side of the field. And with 10:26 left to go in this first half of play, as we pause our score from Charging Wildcat Stadium in North Little Rock, it's North Little Rock 24 and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 7. This is Little Rock Catholic's Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
Grill. Check out our special lunch menu with lots of entrees, like tender sirloin steak and more, priced to fit any budget. Plus, a variety of fresh salads, juicy burgers, and tasty sandwiches. And as always, there's our fresh homemade yeast rolls. And of course, the endless peanuts. And if you gotta get back to work, we'll get you in and out. Now, you have lunch plans.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
What keeps people coming back to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? It has to be our famous choice hand-cut steaks, mesquite grilled with JT Colton's special seasoning, or our homemade yeast rolls. Everyone has their favorite at Colton's, from steaks to chicken, or seafood, or burgers and sandwiches, and fresh salads. It could be our endless peanuts. Or maybe it's just a fun place to hang out with friends and family for lunch or dinner.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
First and 10 for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Their own 20-yard line, as here is a pass, actually run around the left side with a football as a quarterback, and Chappell will run out of bounds. Across the 30, he faked a long throw down the field and then ran around the left side and scooted down the left sideline of the field across the 30, 35, and he was pushed out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. So that's where the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats will have the football. North Little Rock with it first and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Out of the under center now is Chappell. Here's Chappell going back to pass, looking to throw. He's going to be hit on the play. A great hit through there, shooting through there for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Making the tackle was Peter Fitz, the big defensive end, 6'2", the senior. And what a tackle by Peter Fitz that time.
Anytime you got a good defense, shooting gaps and nobody touching them, those good things going to happen for them.
And that'll scoot the football back to the 27-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 20 now for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Chappell out of the shotgun now, as he is out of the shotgun. Goes back to pass. Guns his arm, throws it on the right side of the field. It's caught at the 35 up to the 37-yard line, making that catch over there. It was into the intended receiver, and making the catch over there for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats on the play was Aaron Cooney, the wide receiver. So Cooney made the catch. He picks up about 9 on the play, and this will bring up a 3rd down now. 3rd down and 11. 3rd and 11 for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats with 8:55 left in the first half. Looking to throw. Here's a pass down the field. It's caught inside the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. And making the catch down there in the end zone for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats was Drew Martin, the junior. He's listed as a junior quarterback, but he also is a great receiver at 6'3", 215. And he makes the catch to put North Little Rock on top now by a score of 30-7 with 8:43 left to go here in this first half of play. And on for the extra point will be the kicker in Savannah Melton. Here is the place down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. There's a timeout on the field. 8:43 left to go here in this first half of play from Charging Wildcat Stadium in North Little Rock with our score. The North Little Rock Charging Wildcats 31 and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 7. This is 7A High School football on the CSN Sports Network.
And I thank God every day for this small town, Lone Oak. My name is Sandra Adams. I've lived here for years, and I love it. I love everything but the mosquitoes. They can keep them. But our Jackrabbits and Lions Drugstore, we gotta have you guys. We thank you for everything you do for us. If you don't know what your medication is or what it's for, all you gotta do is ask them. They got time to listen and explain things. So you go, Lions Drug and the Jackrabbits. We love y'all. But in a small town like Lone Oak, we know everybody and we love everybody. And you just walk in Lions Drugstore and you feel the concern and the love that you don't feel in a lot of pharmacies.
Here's Nick Birch kicking off for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, and the Catholic Rockets will take over at their own 28-yard line as the Rockets trail in this game now 31-7. James out of the shotgun, going back to pass, throws it down the field, and it is incomplete. Long pass down the field. It was intended down the left side of the field for the Rockets.
Got a flag on the play.
But we have a flag on the field. That ball was intended for the wide receiver, Corbin Weaver, the 6'1", 180-pound senior. And this flag is against the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. We'll bring it upfield to about the 43-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 at the 43. James hands it off now to the running back and going over left guard. And getting across the 40 to the 42-yard line is Sammy Johnson. So Sammy Johnson takes it across the 43. No, it's going to be at the 43, so no gain on the play. 2nd down coming. Here to swing pass to the right side to Sammy Johnson. Here's Johnson running to the football. He's still on his feet. He's across the 45 and out to the 47-yard line before he is tackled on the play by the defender for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats in Xavier Moore, the defensive end. So this will bring up for the Rockets 3rd and 6 after a pickup of 4 yards on the play. Out of the shotgun now is James. James looks to the sideline to Coach John Fogelman over there and the coaching staff. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. James looks to throw. Swings one down the field, incomplete. It was intended for the receiver Weaver, and it's going to be 4th down now. Good 101 coverage by the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats in the secondary that time. So 4th down coming for the Charging Wildcats. We have 7:23 left to go here in this first half of play. Chris Elser will be back in punt formation. Here comes the kick away. And it's going to come down here at the 35. Yeah, you're right, Kimmy. That's what they're doing. They're punting short so they cannot set up any return with these speedsters on this North Little Rock team.
I know, hey, you got to beware of the speedster. I tell you something, you know, Sammy is running hard, but he's got to get his head up so he knows where he's going to go. He make those cuts, he can make them on a dime.
So North Little Rock with the football 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Actually, the ball is at the 37-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10, running right side and across the 40. Pickup of 3 yards on the play by the quarterback in Chappell. So Chappell with a pickup of 3, and this is going to bring up a 2nd down now and 6 after a pickup of 4 on the play. North Little Rock breaks the huddle. Up to the line of scrimmage is the quarterback. And the quick, fleet-footed David Chappell. Here's the ball handed off across the 40, 45, and out to the 48-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 7 on the play. As carrying that football again is the speedster over there who has scored a touchdown, Oscar Attaway, the junior. So he takes it out to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats at their own 48. Here to pitch in the backfield, double handoff. Here's a reverse across the 45 on the left side. Midfield, 45-40. And out of bounds at the Little Rock Catholic 37-yard line. I tell you what, that's great speed that time on the double handoff, Kimmy Cleveland.
The double reverse will work, but you got to stay in your lane. Keep your head up. You're going to try to stop that.
Deontay Montgomery was the second man that got the hands on the football in that double reverse, and he brought it around the left side and picked up the first down at the Little Rock Catholic Rocket 37-yard line. 6:15 left to go here in the first half. Now here's a ball handed off, fake handoff. Here's a long pass down the field. It is incomplete. Dropped at the last moment. And it goes as an incompleted pass. This will bring up a second down coming. That was intended for Aaron Griffin, who dropped that ball around the 2-yard line. He is double covered by the Rockets on defense. So this will bring up a second down and 10 now for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats at the Little Rock Catholic Rocket 37-yard line.
I formation.
Under center, Chappell, the quarterback.
The wing.
Here's the ball handed off, going left side inside the 35, down to the 31 and down to the 30-yard line on the second effort. Carrying that football that time was the running back in Brandon Thomas, the 5'11", 181-pound sophomore. So the football is down at the 30, where it'll bring up a third down now, 3rd and 3 for North Little Rock to pick up this first down. 3rd and 3 at the Catholic 30. Left hash mark of the field. Here's the ball handed off, picking up the first down inside the 25 to 20 and down to the 15-yard line. And that'll be enough for a first down for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. It's carrying that football that time and picking up that first down was Attaway, and it's down at the 16-yard line, and North Little Rock is threatening again at the Catholic 16. At the Catholic 16, 1st and 10. Here to pass to the left side, incomplete. Intended for the receiver over there on the left side. It goes at an incompleted pass. Intended for Montgomery over there, incomplete. And this is to bring up a 2nd and 10 as the football at the 16. 5:15 left to go here in this first half. Quarterback Chappell looks to the sideline to Coach Mitchell, signal to bring into play. And here's a swing pass to the left side, called at the 15, inside the 10, and out of bounds at the 9-yard line. With that catch over there on the left side was Aaron Cooney, the wide receiver. And the ball's going to be on the 9-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 2 at the 9 for North Little Rock at the Catholic 9-yard line. 3rd and 2 coming up now for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Chappell looks behind him to his running back. Calling the signals now. Chappell has 2 runners behind him in the I formation. Here the ball handed off now to the running back inside the 10, down to the 7, down to the 6, and picking up the first down is Brandon Thomas, the running back. He slides it down to the 6, where it'll be 1st and goal to go now for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats.
They're running hard, and we're going to see if Catholic decides to see if they can stop them and get in the end zone. They've been lined up in the I formation with a wing. What they're going to do this time.
And running with the football inside the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1. Touchdown! Touchdown for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. And scoring that time for the Charging Wildcats on that play was Tyler Day, the running back, the 6'2", 210-pound junior. And North Little Rock out to a 30-point lead now at 37-7. with 4:14 left to play in this first half. And on for the extra point will be the PAT kicker in Savannah Melton, the senior kicker. Here's a place down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field. 4 minutes, 14 seconds left to play before halftime with our score, North Little Rock 38 and Little Rock Catholic 7. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
Played for the Lone Jackrabbits from year 1990 to 93. I love Line Drugstore. They're the best drugstore this side of Mississippi.
My name is Shannon, and I come in Line's Drugstore every week or two picking up medicine for myself and my special needs daughter. We have everybody here. They're very accommodating. They'll drop medicine off at my house if I need them to.
Hi, my name is Rose Sullivan. Roanoke is my hometown. I shop here at Lions all the time, and I enjoy their friendly service. Y'all come and see them.
Here comes a kick away. It will come down for Catholic at the 10, across the 15, the 20, and across the 20 to the 25-yard line. So the Rockets will get it. 1st and 10 on the return. That time on the kickoff return back for the Rockets was William Flafkin, the 6'1" or 60-pound junior. Now it's 1st and 10 for the Rockets. 1st and 10 at the 24. Man in motion. Now here's the quarterback, James, rolling out to the right side, throws a pass. It's incomplete. Up at about the 30-yard line. The intended receiver for the Rockets that time was the tight end who was set up there on that right side for the Rockets that time, and Thomas Staub, the wide receiver, 5'10", 155, the junior. So it is incomplete. Here's the ball handed off to Sammy Johnson. He's going to be bottled up. As Sammy tried to take it around the left side that time, he was hit at about the 24-yard line. Getting up off the pile, making the hit on the bottom of the pile for the Little Rock Charging Wildcats was Julian Attaway, as he made that tackle. The ball is at the 25. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Rockets. 3rd down and 9 at the 25. Going back to pass. Here's a pass. It's called at the 30, 35, 40, 45 at midfield, and down at the 49-yard line.
Nice catch and run. Making
that catch over there for the Rockets was William Flafkin. And he makes the catch and goes all the way to the North Little Rock Charging Wildcat 48-yard line with 3:06 left to play. So a big first down for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, actually the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. And he takes it that Flafkin inside Charging Wildcat territory. Goes to Sammy Johnson, handed off in the backfield, and Johnson's going to be snowed under and hit for a loss back at the Rocket 47-yard line. So he is hit back there at the 47. 2:44 left to play here in this first half. Homecoming 2017 here tonight at North Little Rock Charging Wildcat Stadium here in North Little Rock. The football at the 47. 1st and 10. Actually, 2nd down and 13 for the Rockets. And here going left side. Ball fumbled on the play after it was fumbled at about midfield. Recovered by the Rockets. With 2:07 left to play, the football at the 48. This will bring up a 3rd down now. 3rd and 9 for Little Rock Catholic at the North Little Rock 48. Out of the shotgun is James. He throws a pass left side. It's called on the left side at the 40 and pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Making the catch over there was William Flafkin. Actually, no, it was Corbin Weaver who made that catch over there on the left side of the field at the 40. Took it all the way to the North Little Rock 39, where it's a first down for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Now, here is the ball handed off, going left side, inside the 40, down to the 37. Pick up of 2, maybe 3 yards on the play. That's what they say. It's going to be spotted down at the 39. 1:16 left to play here in this first half. Rockets moving the football, but they'd love to get in a score here before the first half is over. And here the pass to the left sideline, incomplete at the 30. It was intended for Weaver. Weaver that was the intended receiver.
It seems like if Catholic get in trip, they can run to the left more. It's a real good field on the left side.
Third down coming. 3rd down and 10 for the Rockets. Luke James is being pursued. He's going to be sacked back at the Rocket 45-yard line. He was sacked and shooting through there. Making the sack on the play for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats was Emmanuel Barnum, the linebacker, 6 feet, 175, the junior. So this will bring up a 4th down. And Chris Elser is on to attempt the punt, and here comes the punt away. And it's going to come downfield. And it's going to go down at about the 10-yard line.
22 seconds left.
22 seconds, Kimmy, as you said, left in the first half. North Little Rock leads here by 31 points at 38-7. So let's see what North Little Rock can do here. 38-7.
I figure they'll probably sit on the ball. 22 seconds left.
Chappell goes back on one knee, and that'll be the last play of the first half. And as both teams are getting ready to go to the locker room here at halftime, the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats in the lead here at halftime. That's the end of the first half. With our score from Charging Wildcat Stadium in North Little Rock, it's the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats 38 and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 7. We'll take this break, be back with more here at halftime. We'll take a look at the scoring summary. Also, maybe have a special guest and talk about this game and what the Rockets can do to get back into this in the second half. That's the end of the first half of play with our score. North Little Rock 38 and Little Rock Catholic 7. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
From Associated Farmers Co-op in Conway, we're located at 695 Exchange Avenue. Well, Purina has always been a big name for feed for a long, long time. And we all grew up with Purina feeds, and that's one thing that we feature here at Associated Farmers Co-op in Conway. We've got everything from horses and cows to pigs and chickens and everything in between, including pets around the home. So we would appreciate you coming by and checking out our big selection of feeds. We also have a lot of supplies to use around the farm and home. We'd like for you to remember that we're located at 695 Exchange Avenue in the Conway Industrial Park, and hope that you'll come by and see us. Our phone number is 329-2971, and remember, Purina is the best feed for your animals.
Back here at halftime, our halftime score, it's the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats 38 and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 7. And North Little Rock dominating from the word get-go in the first quarter of play. We're joined here by the fine athletic director here at the North Little Rock school system in Gary Davis, who was an outstanding basketball player for UCA a few years ago, and also a great baseball coach at North Little Rock, winning some state championships. How many state championships did you win? 2? What years were those, Gary?
1986, or I'm sorry, 96 and 2004.
Oh, man. Gary, it seems like North Little Rock, the school just gets bigger and bigger every year.
We are blessed, of course, with our new facilities. That has been really nice to have. And then our coaching staff and our community, you know, it's a pretty neat place.
Tell us some of the different things that's happening now on campus.
Well, we started a Center of Excellence charter school, so a school inside a school this year that's geared more towards science, technology, engineering, math, and career orientated. So that's good. Of course, we pride ourselves in our athletic venues. I know more about than I do the others. I know we have good curriculum, we've got good teachers, we've got good administration, and but our athletic department's what I'm over, and so I'm really proud of our coaches. I feel like we've got some of the best coaches in the state. Jamie Mitchell came to us 3 years ago, and he's done an outstanding job. Johnny Rice, our head boys basketball coach. You know, Johnny's won 3 state championships in the last 5 years and played in 4 state championships. Got beat last year with 6 seconds to go by Northside. Daryl Pimple's our girls basketball coach, who does an outstanding job, and he'll have a team again this year that'll be ranked probably in the country. And then Leslie Joshua does our volleyball, and they finished second in the conference right now. They're in second behind Conway, who's undefeated, and Conway has a really good volleyball team, and Conway's hosting the state volleyball tournament. Of course, our baseball and softball. Softball's played in like the last 5 state championships. Baseball is very competitive every year.
Who's the baseball coach?
Brock Moore. Okay. Brock Moore is our baseball coach. Jason Huell, who's our defensive coordinator in football, is our head softball coach. And then Michael Clutcher, who's up here doing some announcing at halftime, is our girls soccer coach. Mark Gill is our boys soccer coach. John Calvin is our head boys track coach. And Whitney Abdullah is our head girls track coach. And there's other sports and stuff. I can't name them all, but I'm really proud of the job that they do. They take care of our kids extremely well, which is the most important thing. And you know, we're very blessed to have what we have, and I'm very blessed to have the coaches that I have working for me. And I've got a great administrative support system, so it's just a neat place to be.
Real quickly, before I let you go, you won 2 state championships in baseball. How did that feel to win those 2 championships, and what years were those again?
I actually played in 3 state championships. The first year I had a team, we got beat. We were beat 1-0 by Billy Bach and the Pine Bluff Zebras, who were like the 2-time defending state champs. They beat us 1-0 in 9 innings. Juju Harshaw pitched for me.
Yes.
And then I think at one point on the field there was probably 16 out of those 18 kids that were playing that received scholarships to play at the next level. Yeah. And Billy was a dear friend of mine. In 1996, we played Texarkana, who was again the 2-time defending state champs. And we played Texarkana and beat them in 96. Johnny Warren was the coach there, and Johnny did a tremendous job. And then in 2004, we played Bryant, and we were the only team in Arkansas who was able to beat Bryant. And on that Bryant team, there was a kid by the name of Travis Wood, who's still playing professionally, played for the Cubs last year and won the World Series, and Justin Wells. They were coached by Terry Harper. And we were you know, in the state playoffs, you get to those games, and if your team plays well and catches a couple of breaks, I left baseball in 2004 after that year because my son was a senior. He started for me in center field, and he was going off to college to play, and I'd been the head coach for 19 years. I actually started the program here, and I didn't want to miss any more of his games. So I told my assistant, Randy Sandifer, who took over for me for years after that, that I wasn't going to miss him playing anymore, and it was time. So I went and watched my son play in Fort Smith. Then he went to Pratt, Kansas, and then he ended up playing at Arkansas Tech.
And Randy has retired, hasn't he?
No, Randy is still one of our football coaches. He's doing some administrative stuff during the day, but he is our defensive line coach and does a great job. Clint Reed, who is our offensive line coach, does a great job. Jamie, of course, is he's the best coach we've ever had. And he's not only a good coach for the players, but he's a guy that can coach your coaches. Right. And we needed that. Blake Pazon helps run our offense. He does an outstanding job. Then Jonathan Calvin's our receiver coach. Jason Huell coaches our defensive ends and helps with the secondary and, of course, the offensive coordinator. Larry Stanley's been here for years, and he coaches defensive backs, does a great job, has a wealth of experience. I'm going to leave somebody out, but we've got a really neat system now, and Jamie has kind of made everybody a part of it, and it's been really fun to watch.
Well, Gary, thank you very much for coming by here at halftime. Tell us who your granddaughter is here.
This is Olivia Grace Davis, and she is the apple of my eye. I never had daughters. I had two boys, and she came along, and unfortunately, when I grew up, I never had a grandfather, so I didn't have anybody really to model that after. But she's kind of helped me. You know, I don't know how you are with your kids, but God blesses us in so many ways, and grandkids are just one of those ways.
I thank the Lord every day for my son who had melanoma cancer, surgery, and he's melanoma cancer free now. And it's a blessing, and I thank the Lord every day.
You bet.
Thank you, Gary.
You're welcome.
Known you a long time. You do a great job. Keep up the great work here at North Little Rock.
Thank you for doing what you do for high school athletics.
We enjoy it, Gary. We really enjoy it. Thank you very much for joining us. Gary Davis, the athletic director here at the North Little Rock School System, our guest here at halftime. And now the band is being played out on the field. Let's go out and hear the sounds and watch the sounds of the North Little Rock Charging Wildcat Marching Band.
Uptown Funk. Clap your hands as the band plays the Little Rock fight song. Welcome to the field, the varsity dance team.
Here at halftime, our halftime score, it's the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats 38 and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 7. We'll be back with more here at halftime. Here Kimmy Cleveland's comments about the first half and what we can expect in the second half right after this on the CSN Sports Network.
How about Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? Check out our special lunch menu with lots of entrees, like tender sirloin steak and more, priced to fit any budget. Plus, a variety of fresh salads, juicy burgers, and tasty sandwiches. And as always, there's our fresh homemade yeast rolls. And of course, the endless peanuts. And if you gotta get back to work, we'll get you in and out. Now, you have lunch plans.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
What keeps people coming back to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? It has to be our famous choice hand-cut steaks, mesquite grilled with JT Colton's special seasoning, or our homemade yeast rolls. Everyone has their favorite at Colton's, from steaks to chicken or seafood or burgers and sandwiches, and fresh salads. It could be our endless peanuts. Or maybe it's just a fun place to hang out with friends and family for lunch or dinner.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
Back here at halftime, our halftime score, it's the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, the number 2 ranked team in the state, 38, and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 7. North Little Rock has a powerhouse this year, Kimmy, in high school football in Class 7A.
Well, I tell you what, they have a complete team, got real good kickers, runners, got speed, got linemen. They got guys who got pretty good hands, although you know they have dropped 2 easy touchdown passes, but the quarterback has put it out there. And I think that when you got a team with a lot of speed, you got to make sure that you are in control with the tackle. They're shifty, you bend your knees, and you break down. I think the second half, if Catholic can just mount a good drive, that will give them some incentive to play harder and block and finish the game. We want them to finish the game, not quit in between. So that we're looking forward to seeing if they get the ball, what they're going to do with it.
Well, if you're down 38-7, if you're the coaching staff of Catholic, what can you tell your team?
Stay in control. Be consistent. Be satisfied with the 4 yards, because you get 3-4 yards, that's an automatic first down. So let's try to control. Let's control the clock and try to get the best out of what we're trying to do. Continue to stay on your block. If somebody's kicking out, get them off your block so that you're not driven. Make sure that you listen to your calls. Make sure you block until the whistle is blown, and stay together as to what you want to do from that point on. I know that Bryant is a good team. I think they're undefeated as well as North Little Rock. But when you look at these teams all together, they got the numbers. both Catholic and Charlton Wildcats got the same number. They got 60 to 70 kids that I know they're dressed out, and they keep running them in. One mess up, put somebody else in. Somebody get beat, put somebody drop a pass, and you have those numbers. And plus, both these schools have football players who grew up in the system. But I noticed that North Little Rock, in every formation, they line up from the eye, they get it in wing, they get in the trips and all these different formations. But you got to make sure you stay focused on what your keys are. And the second half, I just want to see what kind of posture this team have and what they're going to do to try to get rid of some of this lead that happened in the first half. I noticed that there was a couple penalties called, or hog collar tackle, and I see why they call it, because that can really hurt an athlete when you pull them down by a shoulder pass from the back. And as far as the North Little Rock is concerned, sometimes it's hard to stay focused when you got a pretty good lead, but you know they also have the mercy rule, so that's going to be a incentive to probably keep the clock running and go into a good game. Although the score doesn't indicate it, but I know that North Little Rock is going to finish this game and Catholic is going to go out as well. We need to make sure that when an athlete is doing what he needs to do, you praise him. If an end kick out and one block down, stay with your key. Everybody, our athletes got keys. I don't care if he's playing the secondary. I don't care if he's playing on the line. He's got things he have to read. If he stay in control and be coached, then good things gonna happen. Another important fact, because you got a big lead, don't mean that you can't stay within the framework of your team and what you're doing. I know that in the meantime, we're getting ready to kick off in a few minutes, and I'm see if they're going to stick harder to what they're saying.
And we'll be back with third quarter action in just a moment. The third quarter kickoff is just right around the corner, as this is 7A High School football on the CSN Sports Network. And we'll be back with third quarter action in just a moment, right after these local messages on the CSN Sports Network.
Thousands of people contact General Steel each month for a pre-engineered steel building. Business owners who need office, retail, manufacturing, or storage facilities. Leaders who need churches, schools, and gymnasiums. They all want the same thing, the advantages of owning. To build quickly and save money. Quality, backed by our 50-year structural warranty. And they all want to work with a name they know. General Steel. Call us today for the building you need and save as much as half the cost and time of conventional construction.
And we're about ready to get this third quarter underway here at North Little Rock Charging Wildcat Stadium in North Little Rock. As right now North Little Rock leads Catholic by 31 points in this contest at 38-7. Don't forget, coming up tonight right here on the CSN network, on the CSN Radio Network at 10 o'clock to 12 midnight, it's the CSN High School Football Scoreboard with scores, highlights, and interviews of all the games across the state of Arkansas. That's the CSN High School Football Scoreboard Show, 10 o'clock tonight. The oldest running scoreboard in the state of Arkansas since September of 1977. Well, the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats loosening up to the goal to our right here at North Little Rock Charging Wildcat Stadium. So they're loosening up to the goal to the south of the stadium here. And the Little Rock Catholic Rockets are in the north end zone, talking it over with the coaching staff as they get set for the second half of this game. see what the Little Rock Catholic Rockets can do here in the second half. Down by 31 points at 38-7. Before the kickoff for third quarter action, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is CSN, the Creative Sports Network, bringing you high school football since 1977.
Y'all went up there and got them straight.
Ready to get this third quarter underway tonight here at North Little Rock Charging Wildcat Stadium, as this is the third year of existence of Charging Wildcat, the new Charging Wildcat Stadium, as the first game that was ever played here was in the first week in September of 2015. That is when the Little Rock Catholic Rockets played the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, and the Rockets won in overtime in that inauguration of the stadium in September of 2015. So it'll be North Little Rock kicking off to the Little Rock Catholic Rockets to get this third quarter underway. And we're just about set to get it underway, and here is the kickoff away, and it will come down at about the 12-yard line, across the 15, across the 20, around the left side, the 30, 35-yard line, and out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. As we get underway here, the start of this third quarter. Let's see what the Rockets can do here. First and 10 at the 35. Here to pass to the right side, intended for Luke Shettleneck, who was going to the outside to the right side, kind of flaring away from the back of the huddle, and it's incomplete. So this will bring up a second down now. Second down coming for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Luke James, the quarterback, gets a snap, hands the ball off now, twisting and turning is Sammy Johnson, and Johnson gets up to about the 35-yard line as he gets no gain on that play. And this will bring up 3rd down and 10 for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Actually for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Rolling out right side now. Looking to throw. He throws one upfield, and it is caught. Caught over there on the play, and making the catch over there for the Rockets was William Flafkin. Charging Wildcats trying to defend on the play real closely on that one. William Flafkin with the catch. This will bring up 4th down and 1, and the Rockets will go for it. 4th and 1 under center. Goes now to Sammy Johnson, and Johnson is hit short of the 1st down marker. He's short by a half a yard. Coming in there, getting up off the pile, making the stop on the play for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. On the play was North Little Rock's defender right there at the line of scrimmage in Desmond Cordoba, the defensive end, the 5'10", 180-pound senior. So it's short of a 1st down, so North Little Rock will take over with 10:38 left to play in this third quarter.
I tell you what, North Little Rock still playing strong defense. Again, you got to try to win the battle up front and get some consistency, and that's what they're trying to do.
Under center now. Here the quarterback ran with the football and hands it off inside the 40, the 35 down to the 32-yard line. Making the stop is Johnson for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets at the 34-yard line. That's enough for a first down for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Calling the signals, the quarterback, David Chappell. Under center is Chappell. Now turns around. Fake. Here to throw. Down the field. It's caught for a touchdown.
Number 2.
Touchdown. Touchdown. Touchdown for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, and making the catch down there for the North Little Rock quarter. It's North Little Rock 45, Little Rock Catholic 7. This is Catholic football on the CSN Sports Network.
Plans? How about Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? Check out our special lunch menu with lots of entrees, like tender sirloin steak and more, priced to fit any budget. Plus, a variety of fresh salads, juicy burgers, and tasty sandwiches. And as always, there's our fresh homemade yeast rolls. And of course, the endless peanuts. And if you gotta get back to work, we'll get you in and out. Now, you have lunch plans.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
What keeps people coming back to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? It has to be our famous choice hand-cut steaks, mesquite grilled with JT Colton's special seasoning, or our homemade yeast rolls. Everyone has their favorite at Colton's, from steaks to chicken, or seafood, or burgers and sandwiches, and fresh salads. It could be our endless peanuts. Or maybe it's just a fun place to hang out with friends and family for lunch or dinner.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
Here's a kick away, and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets will take over. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rockets, and the Rockets will have the football. The ball's going to be spotted right at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Jake James, the quarterback, rolls out right side, looks to throw. He throws it upfield at the 30, incomplete. It was intended for the receiver, William Flefkin. Good one-on-one coverage by the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. And it goes incomplete. Defending on the play for North Little Rock was Cedric Kane, the cornerback, 5'9", 168, the junior. This will bring up a second down coming now. Running across the 20, 25 to 30 is Luke Shettleneck. Shettleneck gets across the 25, nearly at the 30, but he's going to be stopped just short of a first down at the 29-yard line. So Shettleneck picks up 9. This will bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. 9:16 left to go in the third quarter. Two receivers out to the left. Here the ball handed off. Goes to Shettleneck across the 35, across the 30 to the 35. Shettleneck picks up 6 of the 35 for a first down. Now they're going to spot it at the 34, so let's give him a pickup of only 5 on the play. First down for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets, and the Rockets pick up that first down at the 34. Here's James calling the signals out of shotgun. Rolling to the right side, throws it. He's got a man. It's called at the 45, the 50, into North Little Rock territory inside the 45 and out of bounds around the 41-yard line. Great catch over there by the Rockets. And making that catch over there for the Rockets on that reception once again was William Flafkin. 8:08 left to play in the third quarter. First down at the 41-yard line. Man in motion from right to left. And James throws a pass on a slant over the middle. It's caught at the 32, inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. And a great catch is made by the Rockets on the play. Making the catch over there for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets on the play was Nick Cobb, the tight end. So he made that catch. 7:37 left to play in this third quarter. Here's a snap back. It's handed off to Shettleneck inside the 30, 25, down to the 20-yard line before he's ridden down. As he is ridden down over there by the defender for North Little Rock and Thomas McCauley, the middle linebacker, 6-foot sophomore. And the ball's at the 29, at the 19-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1 coming up. Inside the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, down to the 1-yard line. Is carrying the football that time was Luke Shettleneck. Shettleneck with the catch and took it all the way to the 1 for a first down, and it'll be 1st and goal to goal for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets with 6 minutes 40 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. Here comes a play in from the bench. Under center now is James. James on the quarterback sneak, and he goes over for the score. Touchdown. Luke James on the quarterback sneak from 1 yard out. And the Little Rock Catholic Rockets have scored here in the third quarter of play with 6 minutes 15 seconds left to go in this third quarter, and the score is now 45-13 in favor of North Little Rock. And now trying for the extra point will be the kicker, and we're waiting for the extra point coming up for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Chris Elser will try for the extra point. The kick is up and the kick is good. So we have a timeout on the field with 6:15 left to play in this third quarter from Charging Wildcat Stadium in North Little Rock as we hear the Catholic band strike it up on the far side. Let's listen. With 6:15 left in the third quarter, our score is North Little Rock 45, Little Rock Catholic 14. This is 7A High School football on the CSN Sports Network.
Colton's Steakhouse and Grill. Check out our special lunch menu with lots of entrees, like tender sirloin steak and more, priced to fit any budget. Plus, a variety of fresh salads, juicy burgers, and tasty sandwiches. And as always, there's our fresh homemade yeast rolls. And of course, the endless peanuts. And if you gotta get back to work, we'll get you in and out. Now, you have lunch plans.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
What keeps people coming back to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? It has to be our famous choice hand-cut steaks, mesquite grilled with JT Colton's special seasoning, or our homemade yeast rolls. Everyone has their favorite at Colton's, from steaks to chicken, or seafood, or burgers and sandwiches, and fresh salads. It could be our endless peanuts. Or maybe it's just a fun place to hang out with friends and family for lunch or dinner.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
Here to kick away, and he goes to the end zone. It's 1st and 10 as the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats will, on a 1st and 10, the ball is handed off and up across the 20 to the 25-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 5 yards on the play. So its score now is 45-14 in favor of the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. 2nd and 5. Under center now is the quarterback. Turning around, swings it, pass to the right side. It's caught. Making the catch on that right side and taking it across the 30 up to the 33-yard line. Making that catch over there for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats on the play is a receiver in Donald Hammonds. the 5'9", 145-pound junior. And it's a first down for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats.
Tell you what, Charging Wildcats, they playing good ball. I think they got some of the second team in there right now. Got a new quarterback. Let's see what he's doing.
Under center. Here's a pitch in the backfield. Sweep to the left side across the 35 up to the 37-yard line. New quarterback in there for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats is Sam Looney, the 5'11", 175-pound sophomore. Up to the 37 after a pickup of 4. This will bring up a second down and 6 at the 37-yard line with 4:31 left in this third quarter. Looney, the quarterback, under center, calling the signals. 5 men front by the by the North Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Here the ball handed off. Breaks a tackle, breaks 2. He takes it down across midfield inside the 45, the 40, and around the 40-yard line, and it'll be a first down for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats as they will bring it all the way down to the Catholic 41-yard line. So a first down for North Little Rock. They're bringing a lot of players now, getting a lot of playing time here in this third quarter. Down to 3:43, 3:42, 3:41, 3:40 left to go in this third quarter play. North Little Rock breaks the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. Under center is Sam Looney, the quarterback. Here's Looney calling the signals. Here's a pitch in the backfield, running inside the 40. And taking it down inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line. And that'll be a pickup of 5 yards on the play.
They've been running that tall sweep a couple of times, and they've been getting 4 and 5 yards, and that's good. A lot of teams want. If you get that many yards, be successful.
Well, they're going to spot it at the 38 instead of the 37. So it'll be second down coming, 2nd and 6. For the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Wildcats quarterback Sam Looney up to the line of scrimmage. Working out the I formation. And on the right hash mark of the field, here the ball handed off. Twisting and turning, still twisting and turning down to about the 36-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards on the play. Getting him off the pile with the football for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats was the running back in Abraham Terry, the 5'9", 160-pound sophomore running back. He only picks up 2 to the 37-yard line, and this will bring up a third down and 6 with 2:14 left to go in the third quarter. Under center, Looney looks over the defense of Catholic. Now here is the ball handed off inside the 35, down to the 34. Pickup of 3 yards on the play. Here the football this time on the play was Pulley, and he will pick up 3. Fourth down coming, 4th and 2 at the 33-yard line with 1:39 left to play in this third quarter. New player coming in the lineup now for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Coming in there now for North Little Rock is Donald Hammonds, a wide receiver, bringing in a play from the bench. Here we go on 4th and 2. Here's the ball handed off, twisting and turning, and being hit at about the line of scrimmage, falling forward for maybe a yard on the play. Carrying the football that time for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats is another new player in there, and that is Rashad Mohammed, the 6'2", 240-pound sophomore. So the football is at the 32-yard line. It'll be at the 32 with 1:14 left to play in this third quarter. We're going to have a stretch of the chains to see if North Little Rock picked up the first down. Yeah, let's put the evil eye on it and the camera and see how close it is. Here's a stretch of the chain, and it is short of a first down. So the Little Rock Catholic Rockets will take over the football at their own 32-yard line.
Game of inches. Nice defensive stance by Catholic. Let's see if last time they had the ball, they went on down on passes, short passes, and scored. Let's see if they can repeat the same thing this time.
So Catholic with the football comes up to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 at the 32. 1:14 left to go in the third quarter. Rockets trying to come down the field and get another touchdown here. James out of the shotgun, rolls to the right side, looks to throw, throws a pass. It's caught at the 45 to midfield into North Little Rock territory at the 48-yard line.
I tell you what,
another great catch there on the receiver by the Rockets, and making that catch again for the Rockets was William Flafkin.
When you got good play action and they sell the run, you sell the run and come up with a pass. Those are the things that happen in the game. That was a well orchestrated play.
Down to 42 seconds left to play in this third quarter. 45-14, North Little Rock in the lead. Out of the shotgun, it's James. James hands the ball off. Twisting and turn across the 50, the 45, down to the 43, fumble on the play.
Ball hit the ground. He hit the ground.
And the ball is at the 43 as the Chevrolet was hit the 43-yard line. 13 seconds left to play. Fumble recovery by the Rockets. This will be the last play of the third quarter. James barking out those signals, down to 2, down to 1, and it's snapped. Here's a long pass down the field, and it is incomplete. And there's a horn signaling the end of the third quarter of play. So through 3 quarters from Charging Wildcat Stadium in North Little Rock, as we pause our score, it's the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats 45 and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 14. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in just a moment on the CSN Sports Network.
One thing I like in the Associated Farmers Co-op in Conway, we're located at 695 Exchange Avenue. Well, Purina has always been a big name for feed for a long, long time. And we all grew up with Purina feeds, and that's one thing that we feature here at Associated Farmers Co-op in Conway. We've got everything from horses and cows to pigs and chickens and everything in between, including pets around the home. So we would appreciate you coming by and checking out our big selection of feeds. We also have a lot of supplies to use around the farm and home. We'd like for you to remember that we're located at 695 Exchange Avenue in the Conway Industrial Park, and hope that you'll come by and see us. Our phone number is 329-2971, and remember, Purina is the best feed for your animals.
It is a pass down the field as we start the fourth quarter, and the Rockets make the catch. Kimmy, your thoughts about that third quarter?
Third quarter was, I thought the Catholic kind of had good momentum, well-controlled ball, and they scored by passing, making short passes. Then they're doing the same thing right now, so they're moving the ball up and down the field.
We're underway in this fourth quarter. And we are now under the mercy rule in this game. And here the Rockets with the football, 1st and 10. The football at the 20-yard line. It's snapped back, and there's a whistle. I think we're going to have a delay of game penalty. Delay of game penalty marked off against the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. That'll be a 5-yard mark-off. So a 5-yard mark-off. 10:55 left to go in this game as the 5-yard mark-off brings it back to the 25-yard line. where it will be 1st and 15. Man in motion from left to right. Snap back to James. Throws a pass to the right side. It's caught. Making the catch over there for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats on the play was Thomas Staub. Made that catch around the 25. Took it down to about the 21-yard line. Snap back again. Here's the ball to Shettleneck. Shettleneck with the football inside the 20. Scoots it down to the 17. Earns another yard with a second effort to the 16. And it's going to be down there at around the 17-yard line where they'll mark it. There'll be a third down coming after a pickup of 3 yards on the play. Third down coming. 3rd and 7 for the Rockets. Calling the signals now is a quarterback, Jake James. The senior quarterback gets the snap, goes back to pass, throws it in the left corner of the end zone. It is incomplete. It was intended in the left corner of the end zone for the receiver for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets, so it's incomplete. And it was intended for the receiver in Corbin Weaver. So now on to try a field goal will be Chris Elser. The spot will be down between both hash marks at the 25-yard line. This will be a 35-yard field goal to attempt by Elser. Here's the kick. It's long enough. It's high enough, and it is good by Chris Elser. So Elser with a 35-yard field goal puts 3 on the board for the Rockets. With 8:50 left to play in the game, let's pause with our score from North Little Rock Charging Wildcat Stadium. It's North Little Rock 45 and Little Rock Catholic 17. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
The Associated Farmers Co-op in Conway. We're located at 695 Exchange Avenue. Well, Purina has always been a big name for feed for a long, long time. And we all grew up with Purina Feeds, and that's one thing that we feature here at the Associated Farmers Co-op in Conway. We've got everything from horses and cows to pigs and chickens and everything in between, including pets around the home. So we would appreciate you coming by and checking out our big selection of feeds. We also have a lot of supplies to use around the farm and home. We'd like you to remember that we're located at 695 Exchange Avenue in the Conway Industrial Park, and hope that you'll come by and see us. Our phone number is 329-2971, and remember, Purina is the best feed for your animals.
All right, here goes 1st and 10 after the kickoff on 1st and 10 for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. They pick up maybe half a yard, maybe that's all. We're under the Mercer rule. The clock continues to roll down. 8:35 left to play in this game. North Little Rock 45 and Little Rock Catholic 17. So it'll be a second down coming now for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Second team in there for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Under center is Sam Looney, the quarterback. Turns around, throws a pass to the left side, caught at the 25 up to the 30, and gets to the 34-yard line. Good catch made over there on the play by the receiver for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. What a great catch over there on the side, and then a second effort. He picked up about 5 more yards for Braylon Neves, his first catch off this game as he just came off the bench in this 4th quarter. So it's up to the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for North Little Rock. 7:40 left to play in the game. North Little Rock came in this game tonight ranked number 2 in the state of Arkansas in the CSN Top 20 poll with a record of 6-0. Under center, Looney hands the ball off across the 35, the 40, 45, 50. There he goes. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Touchdown for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. And the Charging Wildcats score. Another score for the Charging Wildcats. And that makes the score now 51-17. His second touchdown of the game, making that catch over there for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Was the receiver over there in Oscar Adaway. And now on for the extra point will be the kicker. Place it down, the kick is up, it hits the left side of the goal post and bounces away from the goal post, trying that extra point coming in the game, and trying its first PAT was Taylon Patterson, and he just a sidewinder hit that on the line drive off the left goal post and bounced off to the left, no good. So the extra point no good for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. We have a timeout on the field. 7 minutes, 18 seconds left to play in this football game. And as we pause our score from Charging Wildcat Stadium in North Little Rock, it's North Little Rock 51 and Little Rock Catholic 17. This is 7A high school football on the CSN Sports Network.
Rappers from year 1990 to 93. I love Line Drugstore. They're the best drugstore this side of Mississippi.
My name is Shannon, and I come in Line's Drugstore every week or two picking up medicine for myself and my special needs daughter. We have everybody here. They're very accommodating. They'll drop medicine off at my house if I need them to.
Hi, my name is Rose Sullivan. Roanoke is my hometown. I shop here at Line's all the time, and I enjoy their friendly service. Y'all come and see them.
.6:45 left to play, the kickoff away, and here's Catholic with the football, running it straight up the middle. And the football is going to be spotted at the 46-yard line. Catholic at their 46-yard line, just inside the left hash mark of the field. Rockets with the football. Out of the shotgun. New quarterback. No, I thought there was going to be a new quarterback there. Yes, there is a new quarterback in there for the Rockets. As a new quarterback in there for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets is number 2, Cooper Monroe, the 6'1", 208-pound junior quarterback. And the ball goes across the 46 to the 47, picks up a yard on the play. And this will bring up a 2nd down and 9 with 5:49 left to play in the game. Monroe out of the shotgun, waiting for the snap, man in motion. Back to Monroe, looks to throw. Throws a pass right side. It is going to be incomplete. It was intended for the receiver over there in Jack Timmis, the 5'8", 160-pound junior receiver for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. So this will bring up a 3rd down and 9 with 5:15 left to play. Rockets with the football on the 3rd and 9 at their own 47-yard line. Monroe, the quarterback, in there for the Rockets. He's waiting for the snap. Here's a snap. Here the ball handed off across the 45, across the midfield, and down to the North Little Rock 48-yard line. A pickup of about 7 on the play. We have an injured Rocket down on the play on the field. Let's see if we can make out his number. Yes, it's going to be number 56 that had that injury on the field. 56. And that is, what number is that?
56.
Yeah, that's what I said. 56, Garner Hodge, the 6 foot, 219-pound junior. So at the 48-yard line, it'll be 4th down, and the Rockets will go for it. 4th and 4 to try to pick up this first down. Here's a long pass. Running with the football, and it's going to be 4th down. And he's going to kick it down there, and it's going to kick it down there on a 4th down. And North Little Rock will get the football with 4:21 left to play in this game. As we're in a mercy rule in the 4th quarter, North Little Rock 51 and Catholic 17. Kimmy Cleveland, your thoughts about this game?
Well, I think that it was a game of two big schools, but I think that Catholic they were consistent. At the second quarter, they were pretty consistent about what they were trying to do about throwing the ball. And caught it.
All right, here we go at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for North Little Rock. Here's the ball handed off and pushed back. And going nowhere that time was the running back, and carrying that football that time for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Getting the call that time for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats was Abraham Terry, the running back, getting his 2nd carry of the night. And he is hit at the 21-yard line after a pickup of a yard on the play. Down to 3:46 left to play in this game. Stay tuned after the game for our post-game show. We'll name the CSN player of the game, the CSN Pac-Man Bail Bonds player of the game, brought to you by Pac-Man Bail Bonds. If you're ever in jail, they can get you out of jail at Pac-Man Bail Bonds. Here the ball handed off across the 20, the 25, out to the 27-yard line at the 27. And that'll be a pickup of 6 yards on the play. And once again, carrying that football for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats was the guy that got the carry just a moment ago. And that'll be a pickup of 5 yards to the 26. Down to 3 minutes left to go in the game. North Little Rock up to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 4. Under center is Looney. He pitches in the backfield, running on the left side across the 25. Second effort gets him out to the 28-yard line. Only a pickup of 2 yards on the play. And carried the football that time for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. Getting his first carry tonight was Kevin Sorza. Spelled S-C-O-R-Z-A. Sorza. Kevin Sorza. Getting his first carry tonight. 2:18 left to go in this football game. It's been all North Little Rock since the onset of the first quarter. They scored a bunch of points. I think 24 in the first quarter play. So it'll be 4th down coming, 4th and 4 for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. And North Little Rock will go back in punt formation, and the punter going back in punt formation for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats will be the punter back there, and he is a good one. Been punting all night long. Nick Burks, one of the captains before tonight's game. Here comes the kick away, and it's going to come down. And it's going to come down, and it's going to be hitting at around the 23-yard line. 1 minute 19 seconds left to go. 1 minute 22 seconds left to go in this game. And it will be the football going over to the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. I'd love to see the Rockets score again before this game is over, Kimmy. They'd love to get a score.
I know it was the second half. They played pretty good ball. That when they first got started, orchestrated that drive, and it seems as though if they can throw the ball, they have a lot of success. They've done that the second half.
So here we go. 1st and 10 at the 22. Here's the pass to the left side and diving for it. It's called at the 27. No, it's going to be incomplete. He didn't hold on to it. So a 2nd and 10 coming up now for the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Incomplete to Austin Basiglia, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Here's the quarterback again. There's the ball handed off and pushed back at the line of scrimmage, and maybe pushed back for a loss of a yard or two on the play. It's going to be at the 20, and this is going to be a loss of 2 yards on the play. Down to 29 seconds left to go in the game. Down to 25 seconds left to go. Catholic comes up to the line of scrimmage. Down to 19 seconds left in this contest. This will be the last play of the game. Monroe, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. Hands the ball off across the 20. Out to the 25-yard line. Carrying the football will be the running back, and down to 3, 2, and 1, and this game is over. And the number 2 ranked team in the state of Arkansas, the CSN Top 20 poll, in the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, knock off the Little Rock Catholic Rockets here at Charging Wildcat Stadium in North Little Rock. Our final score tonight in North Little Rock 51 and Little Rock Catholic 17. We'll be back with our postgame show coming up in just a moment, right after this word on the CSN Sports Network.
And I thank God every day for this small town, Lone Oak. My name is Sandra Adams. I've lived here for years, and I love it. I love everything but the mosquitoes. They can keep them. But our Jackrabbits and Lions Drugstore, we gotta have you guys. We thank you for everything you do for us. If you don't know what your medication is or what it's for, all you gotta do is ask them. They got time to listen and explain things. So you go, Lions Drug and the Jackrabbits. We love y'all. But in a small town like Lone Oak, we know everybody and we love everybody. And you just walk in Lions Drugstore and you feel the concern and the love that you don't feel in a lot of pharmacies.
Our final score here tonight at Charging Wildcat Stadium in North Little Rock, the number 2 ranked North Little Rock Charging Wildcats 51 and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 17. Kimmy Cleveland, your thoughts about this game?
I thought that the game was organized, well-organized game. I thought that North Little Rock had a little bit more ammunition and speed. They ran a lot of formations. They threw the ball, they ran the ball, they kicked the ball well. They had a very good kicker. On the flip side of that, I thought Catholic, they did what they could do. Second quarter, I thought changed a few things. They scored on some passes, and they continued to try. In this game, you want to make sure that when you are competing, you just want to make sure you leave y'all out there on that field, and I think that they did, although the score didn't indicate it at the end. But I think that both teams should be rewarded for their effort.
Time now to name the Pac-Man Bail Bonds Player of the Game, brought to you by Pac-Man Bail Bonds. If you're ever in jail, you can just give them a call, and they will go your bail to get you out of jail at Pac-Man Bail Bonds. And Kimmy Cleveland, who is our CSN Pac-Man Bail Bonds Player of the Game here tonight?
I thought David Chappell was the one that really made a difference. He took his team and he navigated the things that need to be done. They run a whole lot of different formations. They read the offense. They kept control of the offense and the tempo of the game. So I thought that he was a pretty good captain when it came to running the offense. So I think David Chappell was the player of the game.
So there you have it. David Chappell, quarterback of the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, named as the Pac-Man Bail Bonds Player of the Game. A big win here tonight for the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats as they win it by the final score of 51-17 over the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. So we'll take a final break, come back and wrap it up in just a moment. This is Little Rock Catholic Rockets football on the CSN Sports Network.
What about Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? Check out our special lunch menu with lots of entrees, like tender sirloin steak and more, priced to fit any budget. Plus, a variety of fresh salads, juicy burgers, and tasty sandwiches. And as always, there's our fresh homemade yeast rolls. And of course, the endless peanuts. And if you gotta get back to work, we'll get you in and out. Now, you have lunch plans.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
What keeps people coming back to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill? It has to be our famous choice hand-cut steaks, mesquite grilled with JT Colton's special seasoning, or our homemade yeast rolls. Everyone has their favorite at Colton's, from steaks to chicken, or seafood, or burgers and sandwiches, and fresh salads. It could be our endless peanuts. Or maybe it's just a fun place to hang out with friends and family for lunch or dinner.
At Colton's, we know what's at stake.
Well, our final score here tonight at Charging Wildcat Stadium in North Little Rock, it was the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats 51 and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets 17. With this victory, North Little Rock goes now to 7-0 on the year, and with the loss, the Little Rock Catholic Rockets fall to 3-4 on the season. So a big win for North Little Rock, wins it 51-17 over the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Our thanks to our sponsors bringing this possible tonight on the CSN Sports Network, and also our thanks to the athletic director at North Little Rock High School, for Gary Davis, for helping us with all the great facilities here at North Little Rock. Now, speaking for Kimmy Cleveland, this is Mike Harrison with play-by-play broadcast number 6,117, saying once again the final score here tonight. It was North Little Rock 51 and Little Rock Catholic 17. So long for the CSN Sports Network in North Little Rock, Arkansas.